everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Red Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Coyotes offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Coyotes in the hurry up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
How we jumping out? It's bums.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. On target to the left. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beal. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Safe completion on the screen. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they are still short of the 1st down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Good playbook time.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Rams him with the stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The sure hands. It's Agnew. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one come.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On second down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Coming after it. He'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fakes his man out. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Coyotes will hustle to the line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. There's so much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Looking to throw on third. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Coyotes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. The offense in hurry-up mode. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll take it himself. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Dingoes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
He's got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. At the 35, he's open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Coyotes want to move quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Movement here from the tight end. He leaves it with his back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dingo! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Feeling some heat. And the pass hits, picked off.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
It's caught downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Looking to buy time. Runs through a tackle. Trucks through the defender. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Coyotes have taken it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's caught. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route, and that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Escapes the sack. And he was able to run through one tackle. Still only a modest gain. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He makes a catch. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the ball is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. One more snap coming before halftime. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to, breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Coyotes will kick it off to start the second half.
I like to use the play, but I just should do because.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got it in the middle, it's Meadows. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique.
How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Boy, look for a new playbook.
Out of the chute, quick
I'm
toss
just
to the
gonna
right.
ride with it until
And the
26.
defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Coyotes come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's not the playbook.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. And the Coyotes getting set on first
Play
and 10.
call problem.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They want to get this defense on its heels. He's going to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Fair catch, called for and made. Offense set on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The snap sets up the throw. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Coyotes want to crank the tempo. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out fast. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
He plays
His
super.
defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Quickly complete. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Red Raiders will keep this drive going.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move. And it is another interception.
You know.
Stronger for this quarterback. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that.
It's not him, it's me, but it's
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Coyotes headed quickly to the line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Running, got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dingoes!
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 22 to USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to take off. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Now 2nd down as they try to run this clock. Grab near the marker, it's Agnew. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just
he hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it's so underrated, the relationship.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Coyotes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Coyotes are on the move.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Hainsworth. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilkerson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. It's a draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown,
So
Dingo!
slow and tired.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick
One more
after
time.
that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The quick out. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
He looks that one in nicely. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Red Raiders get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's got it down the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got an open man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He wants to throw. Finds his man. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Coyotes moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Trying to get to it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain.
One of the freaking
This
hits.
quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the fourth. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Bounced off his feet. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're
Trying
third
to
and
field
long
goal.
in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. The clock is at 20 seconds left to play. They'll line up for an onside kick to try to pull it out. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to